Just advertise yourself, because I guess as a freelancer, you always have a point of difference and something that you're really passionate about, that people quite often may need, and they don't even know that they need you yet. So don't wait for people to come to you. Go to people and be like, look, I'm doing this thing. Can I help you in any way? Can we create a collaboration? And more often than not, like quite improbable collaborations will start and you will find yourself working for these people. So we kind of see ourselves as kind of a network of freelancers and other creative-minded people. So the reason why we started it at the very beginning was that we have known each other for ages, as we will be telling you. And because I'm a branding designer and Marty's the UX designer, we're asking ourselves why UX designers never talk to branding designers. Why, when you do branding, you pretty much don't understand anything about digital, and vice versa. People who work with UX usually think that graphic design and branding design in general is kind of a second phase of what they do. So we decided to work together, first of all, because we really enjoy it, and secondly, because we thought that we could create something different. We are gonna talk you through a few advices of the kind of things that we learned in the first few months together. And the first advice would be find the right partners to work with. First of all, because they're going to be the people that you will share most of your time with. And second, because you want to have the right skills so that whenever you work on something, you can really help each other and make sure that you enhance your work. So Marty and I, we've met each other when we were 3 years old. We've been neighbors for our entire life. And now we are flatmates as well. So yeah, pretty close. This is us when we were like 7 and 9, I think. Yeah. And this is me, branding design. Marty is UX. So together as a freelance collective, freelance group, we have kind of worked on a few different services that we offer our clients. It took us quite a lot to understand what we could offer and like what our knowledge could really give to clients as an added value. But we actually think that it's really a good idea to spend some time on this. So as a freelancer, think of what makes you different and why clients would want to work with you. And this is kind of a selection of a few brands that we had the fortune of working with in the last few months. So together we have a combined 15 years of experience, and we have worked in big agencies before, big and small agencies actually. And we think that like it actually gave us a really good experience and a really good set of tools. So definitely as an advice, we would recommend everyone to build your own knowledge, maybe as a full-timer before doing the step as a freelancer.
Yeah, I was thinking to say, if you want to work independently, a good idea can also be doing contracting. Yeah. So maybe if you feel like you still need to grow, you still lack a few skills that you can get from an agency, it's a good idea to contract for them for a month or 2 or a week. So at least you have other people teaching you new things, but you still keep your independence and just move from different projects to different projects.
And this, of course, is not the same for everyone. We've got some really good friends who straight after uni went into freelancing or into opening their own agency, and it has worked perfectly well for them. But we would say that personally, we think that it kind of reinforced the knowledge that we didn't have before. So advice number 2 would be seize opportunities. So for us, the opportunity came through a friend who actually messaged someone on LinkedIn to tell them that their friend had just started a design agency. We were like, this is a big opportunity. We think it's going to be very exciting. So let's sit down, and this is advice number 3, find your point of difference. We sat down and we're like, okay, we're going to put together a pitch for these people. It seems really exciting. How can we introduce ourselves in a way that they're going to find it compelling and unique? And for us, the point of difference was branding and digital together. And so we went on, and then we pitched. And before we even knew it, we started working for this incredible client. Be on time. This may seem really trivial, but something that we've always observed is that it can really make a big difference. Being on time in meetings, always making sure that you arrive a little bit early, When you promise that you're going to deliver something, always deliver it on time, if not early. And when you have to send a client documents or contracts or anything, make sure that you do it quick and you do it efficiently. And what we found is that many clients actually care more about this sometimes than about the quality of the work, which can be really frustrating at times. But that's the hard reality of things. And you want to be someone that the client can trust. And then the next advice would be generous. So as creatives, we do jobs that we love. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think this is not even a real job. Like, how is this even possible? So when you work for a client, I think try to go as much as you can, try to go above and beyond to try to understand what their problems are. And if you can give a little bit more, like surprise them in small ways. This has really like gone a long way for us. Now let's talk money, hard money. Unfortunately, it still matters because you want to survive and you want to be able to like get to the end of the month. So the way we have worked before deciding to go freelance, we had enough savings to allow us to survive for a few months so that we didn't have to jump into this and be terrified and hate our life. And then we kind of made a calculation of the minimum amount of money that we needed every month. And we made sure that we had at least 3 times that. So that allowed us to start. And then against what many people will tell you, like many people will tell you, you don't need an accountant, you can do everything yourself. We actually think that having an accountant has really saved our lives.
It's a lifesaver. We found these guys, they're really nice, they're not too expensive, and they're just like, you know, they make sure we have everything on track and we don't stress out about taxes or, you know, being chased out of the UK and things like that. So
there's also some really good startups and apps that are trying to like kind of become accountants and to help you like manage your finances in an easier way. So those apps are definitely worth checking out as well. But for us, not having to go through all of the like calculations and having someone that can double check everything for us has really been a lifesaver in the last few months. And then one thing that our accountant told us that we thought was really nice is think of like your company or your freelance gig as your business baby. So nurture it, like always make sure that you take care of it. Don't stress it too much. Don't drag it. Like think of something of your business as something that you need to nurture day after day. So we thought it was like a...
Also basically make sure you always have a bit of savings, a bit of money in your business account. Basically the gist of it was also
care for the baby's future. Advice number 7, reach out, like never be afraid to get in touch with people, send emails, go to events, network as much as possible. And just advertise yourself, because I guess as a freelancer, you always have a point of difference and something that you're really passionate about that people quite often may need and they don't even know that they need you yet. So don't wait for people to come to you. Go to people and be like, look, I'm doing this thing. Can I help you in any way? Can we create a collaboration? And more often than not, like quite improbable collaborations will start and you will find yourself working for these people. Experiment. I think it's quite easy when you become a freelancer to want to play it safe sometimes, especially when maybe like the month is quite dead and you're like, oh my God, am I going to earn enough money? So it's tempted to play it safe to make sure that your clients are always going to approve your projects. But we think that it's really, really, really important to keep on experimenting as much as possible, pushing your creativity and doing all you can to try and sell difficult projects into clients as well, because that's ultimately what's going to keep your portfolio looking great. And challenging clients is what's going to keep you excited as well.
It's more fun.
Yeah. Stay inspired, another very important one, because as a freelancer, I don't know about you, but we tend to overwork ourselves quite a lot. You sleep less. It's more exciting, but you definitely get less spare time. But at the same time, we try to keep a few hours every week where we can get inspired and do other things and not just design. So go to gigs, go to exhibitions, try to go to talks, and be inspired by other people, because you will always need those sources for the creative projects that you will be working on. Remember how lucky you are. I think since we've been freelancers, I never woke up one day without feeling extremely excited. I wouldn't say before the alarm, because I'm definitely not a morning person, and you aren't either.
No, even worse.
But I definitely drag myself out of bed with much more joy than I did when I was a full-time employee. And of course, it's more risky, it's more scary, but it's amazing. Like, we get to be creatives and we get to manage our own time. We get to work from wherever we want. We get to say no to projects that we don't like. And that's just incredible. So I would say if you're a freelancer, just take a moment to enjoy and
remember why you're doing it.